All right, we're back. So we got the cable in place. You see how it kind of has a big loop so it don't bind, and then it comes down into here. So what I did is I put the cable in loose, so those two brass nuts up here I left a little loose. Then you want to thread this on. You want to make sure you got enough threads there. Leave this backed off, and then you'll have to take it in and out, in and out, in and out. And then what you want to do up here, this is what connects to the lever. So you want to go inside the truck or have whoever's helping you. I had a good helper today. Angela gave me a hand. She pushed her lever all the way down to where it wasn't engaged at all. And then I made this connection. And then the same here, there's the selector for your four-wheel drive. I left that nut loose, spun it around, and we leave this brass nut on this side loose. So we got it all connected, and then we got in the truck and made sure that it would shift from no four-wheel drive to four-wheel drive high, and then ultimately four-wheel drive low. Once we knew we had all that, we knew we were in the right, we had the cable in the right position. Then you got to go back in and tighten up both of these brass nuts, sandwich them together so it doesn't get loose while you're driving. You want to run this nut down all the way. These cotter pins, they're teeny tiny. So you want to put your cotter pins in when you want to bend these tabs over. Honestly, that was probably one of the harder things I had to do because they're smashed together and you're trying to get needle nose in this location, and her Jeep sits so high, I'm doing a half crunch trying to sit up. Then I ended up having her to get behind me and just hold me up for a minute so I can get in there with something to smash these guys so this cotter pin doesn't come back out. So there it is. There's our little bracket that's mounted to the floorboard. Cable loops around, comes back right into the gear selector. This is that new tab that we mounted up with that nut. The washer's behind it. Same thing with the cotter pin. These cotter pins were a bear. If somebody would have said, hey, you're gonna have hard time with these little cotter pins, I'm like, no, cotter pins are easy. These were not. And then here's our really cool B&M bracket that mounted to our transmission. It's all mounted up, it's ready to go. We have our new this isolator, you know, this thing. We put that on, took those 4 bolts out, mounted it up. It's good to go. So now we're ready to go back in with our sketchy Jenga jack and the transmission bash pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and button that up. And again, it's the 6 big screws on the sides. These 4 screws come through the middle of that bash pan, and we saved the nuts, so we'll go ahead and cinch that back up. And then the Jeep's ready to go back on the road, and it has 4-wheel drive easily now.